Let me tell you a story. In 167 BC, Antiochus Epiphanes ransacked and captured Jerusalem. He was such a furious and mad emperor that he forbade any sacrifices or services in the temple. He banned the Sabbath, the law, and circumcision on pain of death. He went as far as to order the temple to be soiled with the flesh of pigs, an unclean animal in Judaism. Then, on December 6, he consecrated God's temple as a shrine to the state god Zeus. Instead of sacrifices to God, Jews were forced to make sacrifices to Antiochus, the god king, on the altar right outside the most holy place. The temple became filled with rioting and reveling by Gentiles who engaged in pleasures with harlots. It was a dark time in Jewish history. But Antiochus did not stop there. Those practicing the Sabbath were burned alive or suffered crucifixion. It is recorded that people perished because they refused to eat pork. Women who circumcised their children were thrown with their babies off the walls of Jerusalem. The Torah, the Holy Scriptures, was torn to shreds and burned publicly. And everyone found with a copy was put to death. But even among all this, the Holy Scriptures, like the temple, was worth more than life. About 2 years later, in a small village called Modin, just about 12 miles from Jerusalem, Greek officials gathered the villagers and tried to force them to sacrifice a pig to Zeus. A strong-willed man named Mattathias and his 5 sons refused to betray their god. So they started a revolt. 3 years after this desolation of the temple, Judas the Maccabee, against all odds, defeated the army of Antiochus. He entered the temple and rededicated it to the one true God. It is believed that though the city was ravaged and there was a shortage of oil to light the candelabra in the temple, somehow the candles never went out. To this day, the liberation and rededication of the temple is celebrated in the Jewish festival of Hanukkah, also called the dedication.